Hello, green number tubers. You'll see what I mean in a minute. And welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Path of Radiance with me, Blue Anculum, the bluest of numbers. Uh, some time has passed, diddly doodly diddly doo, and we will get into that later. Maybe a fun little game here at the beginning is post in the comment how many turns you think I have spent on chapter 26 after we stopped recording. We just go by the total number of turns. I was at like turn 10 or something at the end of the episode. I forget whatever number it was. It's more than 10. But we'll find out during the credits. I think they show a recap of how long you spent on every single chapter. Most of them will be under the BXP limit, except for a couple. Anyway, I will show you. You guys can see the stats before you leave your comment if you want. But it won't be spoiled in this episode. It will be revealed at the end of the game. But yeah, think about that. How long you think I would have spent. So let's begin chapter 27 story. It does look like the clock has maxed out. Don't worry about that. In fact, I wouldn't actually read into the playtime number very much. Obviously, there was some extra playtime, but between high speed and not actually playing very often, it's not a very accurate number. But it is maxed out one way or the other. So that might give you some idea. It's more than like 100 turns, probably. I'll give you that much. All right. Yeah, we'll talk about the stats and the leveling once we can get there. For now, a little bit of story. Of all the battles in the war so far, the contest for Fort Pinel is the fiercest to date. And from the horrific clash of weapons and wills, the Crimean army emerges bloodied and exhausted. Yeah, honestly, I'm a little tired. Yet victorious. The prize of Fort Pinel is no small thing, but it is the promise of additional reinforcements from Gallia and the large Benyon army encamped in Castle Dane that keeps the breath and hope alive in the soldiers' hearts. There is one other pivotal piece in Dane's defense of the former Crimean capital, the severely undermanned Castle Nados. As the day's end draw near, Tibarn's small force of Hawks and Galleons cease their attacks and return to HQ. I feel like we could just ignore this one, leave a small siege party, and just head straight to Castle Crimea, but I guess we better clear it out. They probably have some treasure chests or something. Maybe a magic sword or something for us, would be nice. Ah, well met! From the looks of things, the battle ended in our favor. Yes, we claimed victory. Dane had more troops than expected. It was hard fought. Long fought. And the undead general corpse guy was kind of weird. We stabbed him a lot. He just wouldn't die. I don't have the best news to report. Oh? As the day ended, we withdrew as planned, but as we were leaving, reinforcements began flooding from the capital. This is ill news. That's ill. It's sick, bro. The men that were originally guarding the castle were nothing special, but there was one who appeared mid-battle and crushed an entire unit. He was so much stronger than the others. It was as if a wolf had appeared in a kennel of blind newborn pups. Yeah, what did he look like? Covered from toe to tip. Is that how you say that? From toe to tip? That's an interesting way of phrasing this hawk band. Anyway, black armor. It made it difficult to judge his size, but he was large. If my intuition is right, he's the villain you've been talking about. The Black Knight. He's in that castle. Now we have to go there. Ike has been lured in. Beep boop, printing out battle report. This will also give you some idea. We sold some stuff. We spent some money. We got 15,000 combat XP, and in exchange, we didn't get like 500 bonus XP. Good deal. I think if you saw the end, I guess we couldn't have seen this last episode, but it would have been like 500 BXP and maybe 600 or 700 combat XP for a long map. But yeah, we got Alincia, and we already looked at her. She'll be much more useful now. There were no deaths. Beep. That is all. Okay, well, that wasn't very much storytelling. Straight to the prep screen. Okay. Let's do the little bit of story. There's not that much. Titania. Oh, hi. Commander, can I speak to you? Sure. I have something important to ask. Okay. I want you to tell me about the night Commander Grail was killed. You've been dodging this question for months, and it's time to speak up, boy. However, I need to know. I have to. Just spill the beans once. If you can't, his death will be something I'll never face. Right. I believe it is somewhat canonical that Titania may have had a little bit of a crush on old Pop. She's kind of stepmom here a little bit. I feel I've done you a terrible disservice by not telling you. I'm not even sure if they are just a crush. Maybe they actually were like a secret couple, you know. It's possible. There was a lot I had to get clear in my own mind. I know I've kept you waiting. So, yes, I've finally come to a point I can face it. Alright, spill the beans, kid. That night, I told you everything up to where I was on my way to the forest. At the head of the path, Father told me to go back to the fort, but I had a bad feeling and followed him. When I entered the clearing, he and the Black Knight were fighting. They seemed to be evenly matched at first. Then they exchanged a few blows, and my father was sent flying. They spoke to each other for a moment, but I was too far. I couldn't hear them. Then the Black Knight threw a sword at my father's feet. I think he wanted my father to pick it up. But Father didn't touch the sword. He just readied his axe and charged, foregoing the weapon triangle advantage. It was over in an instant. I couldn't believe my eyes. They looked like they were embracing, just standing there, frozen. But I saw the Black Knight's blade, protruding from Father's black, shining in the moonlight. Oh, Grail. When the knight pulled out his sword, Father sagged and fell. I ran and caught him, but I couldn't hold him. I didn't do enough push-ups. We both fell. The wound Father had taken was terrible, but he was still alive. The Black Knight approached and said, "Give it to me." I thought about it, but decided not to give it to him. Also, I didn't know what he was talking about, so only now do we know he was after the medallion. Father told me he'd... Phrase it! Father told me he'd thrown the medallion away, but the knight didn't believe him. They tried to get Father to talk by threatening to kill me and missed. I was so angry I leapt and attacked, but it was useless. I didn't give up. I didn't care what happened. I kept attacking. Yeah, you're dumb. If King Gallia wasn't nearby, I probably would have died. True. After the Black Knight vanished, all I could think was that I didn't want Father to die. He was alive. I thought if I could bring him to the fort, we could save him. I clung to that false hope and started walking towards the light of the fort. I just kept walking. Thank you, Ike. It must have been hard. Yeah. Commander Grail died on your back. His last moments must have been happier than I imagined. Thank you. Now I can move past my own grief. Titania. Yes? There is another thing. I met the Black Knight again. A couple times, technically. What? Yeah, we fought. Well, you did well to keep your life. I'm not the same boy I was that night. I've grown. I've worked hard. My muscles are getting bigger. Just give me another year or two. I'll be swole as heck. Yet, I still can't beat him. There's nothing you can do about that. Not even Commander Grail could defeat him. You're not ready. No, it's not that, actually. Well, maybe that, too. But, it's not just that my skill was lacking. What did you mean? Titania, his armor, it's impervious. He's got some kind of magical protection. What? That's not. Even the... He said his armor was blessed by the goddess. He said only weapons that were also blessed could hurt him. Where are we supposed to get something like that? Well, apparently I have one. Ike, that sword? Yeah, the night Father died, I went back to the clearing. I'd hoped to, get some clues to hunt down the knight. The sword was just laying there. I thought I brought it back. I've been kind of just holding on to it. I wasn't thinking about using it. I figured, if I just carried it around, the Black Knight would find me. It did work. So you think this sword will work? Well, it's supposed to. It was made to contest an Alondite. Uh-oh, French. Alondite. We'll go pure English. Which is the sword wielded by the Black Knight. Do you think you have a chance? I win. Some straight JoJo there. Alright, I won't stop you. Use the sword to kill him. Good job, kid. Avenge Commander Grail. But listen, Ike, one thing. Yo. When you meet him, you'll exchange blows. If you feel like you don't even have a chance, flee. There are times when running away is not the same as losing. Hey! We talked about this with war, about how sometimes, retreat is a tactical option. Yeah, good job, Titania. Don't you believe in me? Of course I do. One day you will defeat him, I'm sure. And that's why I don't want you to go die the first try. When the time comes, I promise not to interfere, and I won't let anyone else either. I want you to face them one-on-one, and I want you to be calm and use your best judgment. At times, withdrawing can be key to unlock a future victory, don't forget. Oh man, we have to wait till the next game to defeat this guy? Understood. Alright, important notes. We might have a duel coming up in the next chapter. And you don't actually have to win it, as she has maybe hinted a little bit. But we're gonna win. Just win. Support time. Yeah. Are you looking for someone, Your Highness? Jeffrey, I'm glad you're here. Is there anything I can do? Yeah, actually, a small favor. Anything, Highness. I'll make it so. Really? Anything for me? Anything. Well, here it goes. Jeffrey, I need you to leave me alone. What? Friend zoned just like that? Without protection? But I can't. I don't want to hear any objections. This is an order. You must obey. But, Princess... yeah. Har! Mr. Har! Where are you? I'm behind you. Teleport's behind you. Why can't you just respond the first time? And didn't you promise that you'd respond right away if I stopped calling you Captain? That was if I wasn't sleeping. Well, that's almost all the time. By the way, it seems the only time you acted like a professional soldier was when you were in front of my father. And I recall the only time you weren't so uptight was when you were around Lord Shiharan. He was my father. It was different. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Lord Shiharan was something special. I didn't want him to see me as a hopelessly lazy. Mr. Har. I'll just stretch out. Yeah, this moss is nice and squishy. Leave me alone, kid. Nap time. I think Marcia is saving her support for Rolf, I think. If we can get it. That might be all the supports for today. I think. Yeah. Alright, good. Alright, so no BXB of any note, but there's some people with some green numbers. So basically, everyone that was deployed, which is everyone down to Jeffrey, except Volk, who ran out of daggers, I grinded to level 20. Now, I also probably spent more time forcing some stats than normal. I figured if I was going to put all this work into it to get to 20 for the transfers in the first place, just getting to level 20 is not easy for more than a few numbers. I guess Raisin's pretty easy, but he doesn't really count. But yeah, getting your combat units to 20 via XP is not trivial in the slightest. So I was like, well, let's make sure they get some good stats. And I will do a little average stat comparison after this chapter, because we still have a few more. I'd like to get Gatry, Zhark, and Reese, as well as Volk, up to 2020. Technically, Ike needs a little bit, but don't worry about that. And I don't think I'm going to worry about anybody else. I thought about trying to train up like one of the Lagoos, but I don't think it's worth the hassle. It's pretty slow. And like, I don't think Lucia and Bastion are worth training up. Lagoos. Toranio, like, he is very strong, and his skill's pretty good too. Like, don't get me wrong, he's good. But have you seen Gatry lately? He's got it covered. Toranio will never... It's impossible for him to max his defense without a Draco Shield. So, never gonna happen. Shinon I hate. Ilki, Bird, whatever. Devdan is not as good as Nephany, probably. Cats. Swordmaster, but I've already got 2, so I don't need 3. Makalov, I mean, I've got so many paladins, right? Like another sword paladin. Yeah, too many. I've already got a good armor knight. I've already got 2 mages. I don't need a 3rd. Although you could train Tormod up. Eventually. Once he gets promoted to Sage, you can heal staff him up. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. And then like Largo, sure, 13 levels, but I'm not too sold. Same thing with Khalil. If they didn't go with knives, I might consider Khalil and Bastion. But as long as they've got knives, it's just annoying. I don't want to train them up. So anyway, that's basically what happened. So in terms of interesting notes, I did not expect Ike to max his resistance. That was just a happy accident. Elincia, I worked pretty hard. I think her magic skill speed are relatively normal, but strength took a bit of work. I had to force that a little bit. Once she got strength at, I can't remember the exact number, 14 or 15 or something, she could damage the boss, and then she just grinded right up. Just easy as nothing. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy. I think this is the first time I've ever trained up the Princess Crown. Elincia. Missed his cap just from healing. Not a lot of great stats, but she didn't go 20-20. She's a 10 promotion into 20. Soren, I think that's pretty normal for him. Oscar, I think most of the combat units I tried to get strength, skill, speed, defense if I could. Unfortunately, it's 60 HP to cap to get a... I think you actually get a 5 HP bonus if you get to the cap on HP. But it's very difficult. You'd have to really focus on it. I think almost nobody can, on average, hit this HP cap. Even Boyd, who's got a good chance, or a better than normal, I still couldn't quite make it. So, yeah. Oscar, Marcia, kind of the same. Her base low strength is kind of the only thing holding her back. Low strength defense. You can kind of see the average Paladin max for the important stats. 26, 26, 27, 27. She's got a little bit more speed, but the downside is strength, and that's a bit rough. Kieran managed to get there eventually, although I think he took a bit more work than Oscar. Astrid, sadly, by nature of being the girl Paladin, gets 1 less strength, which is kind of dumb, but whatever. Ilyana, actually, I think she naturally got to 12 or 13 strength, just ran without me even trying to help. So once she got there, I realized her cap on strength was 15, and I'm like, well, with a couple more forced strength levels, we can actually get her maxed. So I got her actually max strength, just to be funny. I don't think it really makes any huge difference, but, you know, it was kind of a funny thing that it just sort of happened almost for free. Notably, she does not have S-rank lightning yet, but it should be very close. Her tomes all broke before I could get to S-rank. But it broke, I think Soren got S-rank wind basically on the last use of his L-wind that we brought into battle. So Ilyana should be pretty close. We'll buy her a new L-Thunder and she'll be alright. Jill is actually the one I messed up. I missed 1 speed level up. I forgot her cap was 27 and not 26. And I kind of have messed this up for the transfer. But there is 1 more speed wing, which if I give it to Jill, I can cap her speed with some performance-enhancing drugs. So I think that's the plan, is to salvage Jill to be a better transfer, basically. Because the speed really helps. I even got Tanith some stats capped. She probably is never going to get defense, but strength, skill, speed is better than nothing. Har, very unlikely to cap much. I had to almost rig every single level to get strength and skill. I don't think this is very likely to happen normally. And speed and defense, just not worth it. He just joins at too high a level. There's not enough space, unless you feed him a bunch of boosters to really cap things out. On the other hand, once again, male privilege, 29 base strength on a fly. No wonder Har is so overpowered. Sure, he doesn't have the speed of Jill or Marcia right now, but I would take 29 strength over almost anything. It's real good. So he does a tremendous amount of damage, especially if I give him a good weapon. Forged weapon. He's almost got as much strength as Boyd as a ground, locked movement, no Canto unit. Flying 9 Canto with 29 strength is real good. Like Volk just used daggers to fight the boss and got as far as I could get him, basically. Should be able to finish up his 20 journey soon. Boyd finished. Yeah, getting his defense capped is just not going to happen without incredible patience. But I got some stats. It would have been nice to get him to HP to 60, but it didn't quite work out. Rolf turned out really good. Again, maybe a little bit of good luck and then a little bit of forcing with forced levels, but either way, he did max 4 stats. Mia, again, capping defense is a bit tricky on Swordmasters. Not impossible, but I just didn't get around to it. Like I said, I spent a lot of time here, but I wasn't trying to cheat too much. I want to use their natural growths to a fair extent. Nefini actually turned out really good. I think this is the most I've ever trained her as well. This is probably the most training I've ever done in Path of Radiance. Specifically because it's being recorded and uploaded, and seeing as I spent all the time getting these characters to 20, I mean, yeah, might as well, right? And then Jeffrey, also trained him up. I don't think I've done this much either, because Paragon makes it quick, but getting his stats maxed is not easy. So we managed to get 3 stats to max, which I think took a lot of rigging. However, is an easy time promotion, given Paragon XP. However, yeah, he actually gets some transfers, so that's cool. We'll get Gatry. I don't think he can... He might be able to cap speed at 24 if he gets rigged the next 3 level ups. So, you know, maybe that would take a bit of forcing it, but maybe I'll do that. I kind of gave up on Soth. It's not worth it anyway. Z-Hark will try to get on the next map. Reese should just be able to heal their way to level 20. And Titania, we BXP'd up. And I think that's it. So that's the recap. We did not run out of weapons, or at least we did not entirely run out of weapons. I also trained up, you know, weapon ranks, so now Mist can use the rune sword we stole from the boss, if we want. I did burn most of my tomes and weapons. Obviously, I tried not to break the forges, but I didn't actually run out. I thought I was going to run out of weapons before I got everyone to 20, but it actually worked out pretty well. So you can kind of see how much stuff we have left over here. Still lots of steel weapons. And I was using steel specifically to get more weapon XP. Iron is a little bit safer for farming the boss anyway. You do less damage. And it has more durability. But there is an advantage to steel grinding as well. If your hit rate is fairly low, you might... If you're doubling the boss, you'll hit once and miss once, which preserves usages of your weapons. So the durability stretches a bit longer if you miss half the time. It's an interesting balancing act, I suppose. Is that it? Yeah, just try to give you guys an idea of what I did off camera. Anyway, that's that. In terms of preps for today, I think I just forged a silver sword, because I've forged a silver every other weapon at this point. So we're going to have like something like this. I'll show that on the other one. Yeah, I think that's at least one of each silver weapon, which is just fun. I mean, you know, I think the silver lances are probably... Silver lances and axes are still the best. But, yeah, it's fine. Alright, a little bit more story. And the next chapter, of course. General Ike, please come with me. We're getting ready to have a war council and discuss tomorrow's battle. So, the Black Knight's in the castle. Little doubt. The Bjork's a real handful. Even when I attacked him in cat form, I barely scratched him. To be fair, you probably couldn't hurt Gatry either. Or even Ike. Well, maybe Ike. I think he's got maybe 30 damage, give or take. It's the armor. Apparently it's blessed. Ordinary weapons, natural or not, can't damage him. You should just hit a weak point in between the armor. Like, I know it's pretty big, heavy, full plate. But there's always weak links, like eye slits and gauntlets and joints, armpits and stuff like that. Come on, just precision strike here. Also, you know, theoretically, blunt force trauma should work, but let's assume that the magical blessing protects you from bludgeoning damage or something. Oh, that's just swell. So how are we supposed to defeat him? Angry looks? I mean, magic, you'd think. Just roast him alive. Again, immunity to fire as well. Leave that to me. I got a sword that should work. I don't like it. But I guess there's no choice. We don't use weapons or shield. So Bjork tools are for Bjorks. Very well. If the villain in question appears, we'll leave him to General Ike. Now then, shall we determine who shall storm the castle? Ike, can I talk to you? Not now, miss. We're discussing strategy. Let the adults talk. Yeah, I know, but, like, come on, just a minute. I'll promise, I'll make time later. Be patient, just wait. What is it, oh beauteous one? I'm a little dizzy. Can I take a rest? Oh, what foul deed is this that rears its head? The gods of war do charge a heavy toll, bewitch us and attack us with our very minds. The princess, she is faint and o'ertired. Forgive your humble servant his trespass. Hark, my dear, and bless me with your arm. Good folk, we shall retire for a spell. Stay away from that princess. Yeah, princess, let us rest for a while. I feel like Jeffrey would be very annoyed with Bastion right now. Thanks. Alright, kid. Sister kid. You know, what's up? Come on, miss. You realize the princess was doing this just so you have some time to talk. Well, I thought I could, talk to you later, but then I changed my mind, and then I want to talk to you now. And now I'm talking to you now. I'm telling you that I want to talk to you. So I have to say that I'm going to talk to you while I'm talking to you, that I want to talk to you. Alright, I get it. You want to talk to me. I haven't talked much, so let's talk about talking to each other. Yeah. Well, when you talked about that story that you talked about, I was shocked. So I'm shockingly explaining that I'm shocked. It's about Mother's death, right? Yeah. Uh-huh. Well, it's only natural. You come to some sort of understanding, I guess? Well, at first I couldn't believe it. The stuff about the medallion, the revival of the Dark God, doesn't sound real. And this thing is about Father, that was even more unbelievable, but that's all I could think about. I didn't want, but I don't want to think about it. It made my head hurt. I don't know what to do. I couldn't sleep. I just lay around at night staring at the wall. Yeah, me too. Also, Ike, yeah, me too. Too real. I guess my body finally reached its limit. I finally fell asleep. Could probably get some prescription meds for that. When I woke up in the morning, I don't know, it was all gone. I only had one emotion. Oh? Well, sympathy? For Mother? Yeah, and Father. I think mostly for Father. They were in love, right? And then the medallion, it made Father berserk? But he returned to himself and found Mother. Well, when Father died, it hurt so much I thought I was gonna die. He must have felt the same when Mother. No, maybe even worse. Yeah, probably. He kept it to himself. Mother, the medallion, the hunting. He never said a word. It was his burden. The man who killed Father was the knight we saw in Port Toha. The one with the black armor? Yeah. You're gonna fight him? For Father? Yeah. That way, that's one thing I don't want to let anyone else do in my stead. Well, trying to stop you's pointless. If I were stronger and could use swords, I'd say the same thing. She can use swords, guys. She's got A rank. Ah, missed. First time I played through it, I did not use mist, so she was like level 1. But you must keep your promise. You promised to lead the company in Father's place and protect me. If you get yourself killed, I'll never forgive you. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna win. Yeah, I know. Well, they had a little sibling moment. That's nice. How are you feeling, princess? I lied. I'm not even unwell at all. Sorry I tricked you. Well, I knew it all along. It was all for Ike and Mist. It would appear, my dear princess, that you care for them greatly. I witnessed the death of my parents. Soldiers fell one after another, and I was separated from Jeffrey. It was Ike and his friends who rescued me. If not for them, I wouldn't have made it. Lord Ike and Mist, I know the pain they carry. The pain of losing one's parents. That may account for why the two of them, right from the beginning, were so warm. They gave me the support I needed to survive. Mist and I have continuously encouraged each other to go on. So, they rescued you and are your patrons. There are those among the soldiers who complain in jealousy of Ike's station, but it is a trivial matter. We, the retainers of House Crimea, find this general very much to our liking. Ah, Bastion. That's nice. Enough plain speaking. I must return my silver tongue anew. Ready my silver tongue anew. Shall we return? Sure. All right, less talking about talking and more talking about action, and then action with action. Sir Knight, the Crimean army will renew their assault momentarily. The troops we face are not the half-breeds from yesterday. It is the army that bested General Bertram and Petrine. And you, sort of. They are not what one would call an easy opponent. Huh. Resolve. That's the secret. Use resolve. It's a skill. It actually does work really well against the Black Knight if you have it. What? Are you telling them how to beat you? Hafed, you're in command. Castle defenses are on your shoulders. I have business with General Enad. Understood. I don't think that's what he meant with resolve, but yeah. Funny. I shall block this doorway with my life. Alright. Big map, but not as big as the last one. If this was Radiant Dawn, your cavalry would have a terrible time because there'd be ledges and stuff. Thankfully, this is Path of Radiance and there's no penalty for horses inside. Is everyone ready? Castle's strength has been bolstered with reinforcements. Luckily, they left the door open again. Strike now before more can arrive. If the Black Knight arrives, stay away. He's mine. Alright. That is story time. All over. There shouldn't be too much for prep talk, but there's a couple things as usual. So obviously, I'm trying to get more units to level 20 for transfer purposes. We can only deploy 11 this time rather than like 17. So I had to make sure Volk, which is good anyway because there's stuff to steal, and Gatry and Zihark and Reese were here. They were my core. Gotta try to level them up before the end of the game. And there's not much left, so here we go. And the rest of the people, you know, I've got a really large army of level 20s, way more than I think I've ever forced through, but hey, it's been kind of fun. If you have a trained Soth, this is a good level for him to get some stealing in. And again, I already talked about all the other people that I'm not using. I'm also going to bring Elincia and Jeffrey, because I think I can get their A-rank support pretty easily by just deploying them on the next 2 chapters. And that seems like a kind of a fun thing to do. I haven't worried about supports all that much. The bonuses are good, and they do affect the story a little bit. I kind of wish you could see more than just 5, like 1 A rank and a total of 5 conversations per playthrough. But, you know, we're in the old Fire Emblem era where that's a hard limit. So you gotta replay the game like 10 times. Yeah. There's actually, in Path of Radiance, there are actually unlocks for beating the game over and over and over again. There are trial maps, and you unlock some of the enemies, like the Black Knight, I think, maybe Sephiran. There's a few units that you can basically get in your army for trial maps, but you have to beat the game like 5 or 6 times or more to unlock all this stuff. It's really weird that the game is like, yeah, we think people will beat it like over and over and over again on the same save file. Which, I mean, somebody must, but that's not usually how I play. I play it once or twice, and then I forget about it for a few years, overwrite my save data, and then start over from the beginning again. Because that's what usually happens. Okay, so let's talk about preps a little bit. I believe I've already shown off the support. There shouldn't be anything different here. I didn't spend any BXP because I don't really have enough to change anything, really. I guess technically it's enough to get a general level up, but I don't think it really matters. We're kind of past BXP, other than if you have someone who's almost level 20 and you want to get them leveled up for transfer bonuses. Skill-wise, I've assigned all our skills, right? I talked about that last episode. I think I showed all that off. I don't think I did anything in between. Yeah, Nihil and all that. Yeah, I did all this on camera, so nothing changed for skills. I have reset weapons. Ike will get a new weapon anyway. But yeah, basically, I brought a sleep staff. I figure like that's kind of funny. Maybe I can put something to sleep, test it out. I will say Elincia with a brave weapon is pretty decent right now. The personal infinite weapon is good, but you have to train her up a lot. And if she dies, like you don't have to deploy her on this map. If she dies, it is a game over, so be careful. But I think if you train her, if you grind it out, basically, there's no other really way to do it. Yeah, she's pretty good. Mist, I'm just going with Sonic Sword for now. The Rune Sword only has 15 units, and it actually is very heavy. It weighs her down because she doesn't have enough strength to wield. I think it's like 18 or 19 weight. So, although she can technically use the Rune Sword with A rank, it's not that great. I want to bring a couple spare daggers. You can buy these at the shop today. I'll show that in a second. The best knife, technically, in Path of Radiance. Just in case Volk can't get to level 20, I want to make sure I've got some backup weapons. And, yeah, that's kind of all there. Just a couple swords, because Z-Hark will be training, and technically, Gatry can use swords as well. We're trying to get to S rank on Lightning here. And I am also bringing Thoron finally to show off how good, the A rank tomes can be. I'm going to save the Siege tomes for the last map, I guess. But yeah, this is a pretty strong Ilyana, obviously. Volk has some stealing to do, maybe. Jeffrey, not my most commonly used unit, but he's got a couple lances and one of the old forges. I think he'll be fine. You could definitely delete Paragon if you had a better skill to give him, but I don't have any skills to give him anyway. I'm going to bring Gatry. I'm going to try to get a couple sword ranks up as he gets to level 20, and maybe try to get him to speed cap, which maybe is worth it. It is a transfer bonus, he needs the speed. Anyway, he can get to 20 easy. It's just a matter of do we get the speed rank. Z-Hark, I gave a couple iron swords because, well, the boss only has so much defense, and we're going to be doing 29 damage already, which is a lot given that we can adept and crit and all that stuff. Reese is just going to use healing and maybe a little bit of light magic, although that was one of the things I was thinking of. Is like, maybe I only bring one stiletto, but I bring a backup. Oh, I don't have any... There, we can buy one of these. Super expensive, but just in case we need it, I would like to make sure Reese can get to level 20 on this map. So just in case we have not enough healing XP and we need to use some damage. The boss has pretty high resistance, so it should be possible to train Reese on the boss if I need to. I hope not. I hope I don't need to. Anyway, that's Reese. Astrid, we got, at least one of the forged bows. Marsha's got a forged weapon. I'm kind of just going steel plus forged now. Although I guess at this point, I think Astrid is the last deployment slot. So then Marsha's not coming, which means maybe I could move the full guard around. Forgot about that. Here, Gatry, you hold on to it in case there's an armor slayer. Also, kind of funny, give him the Night Ward to help him with his speed growth. 32 defense. Whoa, 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 whoa. He is general tank. There's that tornado spell for later. A rank wind magic. Yeah, Soren's ready to go. I did manage to get C rank, which is enough for meteors if you want to spam more siege magic. Oscar going with some forged lances. Couldn't buy javelins or anything this map. Kieran, I kind of ended up moving some of the forges around because I can't remember who I named them after the person I built them for, but I can't keep track of that, We got Har with some silver stuff. Tanith mostly geared up. Jill's got a silver weapon too now. Now that everyone's got good weapon ranks, we can use the forged silver weapons. Like Justice. Oh man, look at that bad boy. 21 might, 51 damage, 52 against lances. Ooh. Similarly, we could use this inclusivity bow to do against flyers 36 plus 25. That's 61 base damage. It's ridiculous. There's my forged sword. I made an energy blade. It's because Mia's full of energy, but yeah, that's the forged silver sword. She could also use the vague caddy. I'll bring that out for the final map, I guess. That's probably her best weapon with the crazy crits. And yeah, Nephine's there. She can flirt a little bit or use racism, whatever tool you like to use, basically. And that's pretty much it, I think. So yeah, shop. As always, you can't buy all the stuff all the time. Hand axes were available, but not javelins. Stilettos were available, which is nice. And then like Elwind and stuff is good, but no El Thunder, annoying. So we could buy some iron swords, but not iron axes. I wish you just, I don't It's fine. It just makes it a little bit harder to micromanage the inventory. There will be some status effects on the next map, so pure waters and stuff if you think you need some help. Maybe I should have one of those on Gatry or something. I don't know. I've got a couple. This is preps beyond what I think is necessary. Also, I did drop most of the bans because they don't really matter. In fact, Ike basically doesn't matter either. Yeah. Might as well just ditch that. So I could start selling those now that we're hitting max level if I really want some money. The people that aren't level 20 yet do have bans for growth on them. But, you know, most people are hitting, you know, caps already. I still have this resistance boost, which I'm saving. At this point, I guess I could try to find someone who's, like, nearly at their resistance cap. Like, maybe Mist is, like, 1 or 2 points off of max resistance. And that would let her transfer. I'll have to go through the whole list. Maybe I'll do that next episode. But, most units don't hit the resistance cap unless they're a mage or a healer, basically. Or don't even get close, right? So, the +2 only is going to matter, really, if we get someone from nearly their cap to their cap. That way it would transfer over. I think that's it for preps. If you're playing along, make sure your Ike is pretty strong. Our Ike is honestly godly power, but if you're going to do this duel without running away, you do need pretty good stats, and like an elixir is really good. Weapons don't matter, but make sure you've got at least an elixir, and hopefully you trained him up to like level, I don't know, maybe 12, 15, somewhere in there at least. But if you're using random growths with no reloading, yeah, it depends on how your Ike grows. He might be ready, he might not be. You can definitely get to this point and not actually be strong enough to fight him. Even if you get to 2020 Ike, it's not guaranteed. Although I think it's quite likely if you train him up that much. Anyway, I think that's it. I mean, there's always more preps, but let's get going. There's a little bit to talk about on this map, of course, as always. I am specifically sending Zehark left, because there's a lot of axe guys. And I'm sending Jeffrey to the right. And I'm sending Gatry up. And Volk is probably going up and right. And actually want change of plan here. I actually want Miss to go left. She's got one little chest key, whereas Volk is going right. Ike will go up as well. Astrid can kind of go wherever she's needed. This is a bit of a frail party. I've got, you know, mostly a healer, a mage, a thief, a healer, a dancer, a healer, a trainee swordsman, overpowered paladin, overpowered general. But we don't have as much. We don't have like Jill, Marcia, the other paladins. Like, we're a little bit slower and weaker, by a small margin. But it's this map usually isn't too bad for that. I did bring a restore staff on someone, yeah. So if people do get targeted down by sleeps and stuff, we can restore, and theoretically we might even be able to put the enemies to sleep. You never know. So let's look at the enemies. We can't see everything because there's doors. So there's a path this way and into the boss room, and there's also a path in and left on the right side. So that's kind of the ultimate goal. We do have a bolting mage right here. There's always a chance someone gets crit by this guy right away. Fun. That's why maybe Gatry should use that pure water. I mean, 11 resistance isn't terrible, but we could boost that up a bit. We got to remember 27 base damage on a crit is pretty good. Lots of thieves. This is a pretty awesome. This is the only S rank bow in the game. So catching this guy before he steals anything else, and therefore you have to steal it back from him, is ideal. It is, if I remember correctly, this one has weird range. I think it has range 4, but maybe it's range 2 and 4, but not, yeah, range 4. It says it right there. That means exactly 4, no higher, no less. But that's more than a longbow. So like you can hit from here 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles, these guys. But there's no flexibility. Pretty neat, pretty neat. On the right side, there's more thieves. Nothing specifically to steal, but they will go up, open these doors, and start looting some treasure. Maybe they go to the middle. I don't think so. I think it's more up this side. In terms, we can't even see the boss stats yet, so let's go through it. There's a chest key. Silver lance drop is nice. Door key. Wow, door keys are very unusual. Usually just smash them. More door keys. So both doors have a door key dropper if you need them. Poison, because you poison things and then you heal people. You know, I guess that makes sense. You might accidentally poison yourself with, you know, poisoning your weapons. So you just carry your own antitoxin just in case. This guy's not that smart, though. We got a killer axe over here. Always watch out. Bows, lances, blades. Brave sword. 27 damage isn't too bad, but brave sword, important. Always remember. I mean, also good crit rate, so lots of attacks could turn into trouble. We got some cats, we got some tigers, we got a tomahawk. We got claw, dagger. I think that's everything. Yeah. Okay, so probably bolting mage is the most threatening immediate concern. And we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Almost right down to the starting spot. So, yeah, be careful. In terms of bonus XP, we probably won't get any, but it is 19 turns. So there's lots of time. And this map, that's longer than the last map, but there are much fewer enemies, I think. So, pretty generous. Alright, let's get to work. And you're dead. And you're dead. I mean, it would be nice to just, I don't think this is close enough for sleep, but let me find out. Oh, it's totally close enough. She doesn't even need to get nearly that close. 88% of the time. Give it to me. I think it lasts. I think it lasts 3 turns. I'm not saying my entire strategy revolves around that, but excuse me? I know it's only 88% and that's not going to work every single time, but I have a feeling staff use is not a 2RN system. If it was an attack, it should be at 80. Oh, is it distance related? It is. Cool. I don't know why. Did they re-roll his stats when I reloaded? Someone tell me if he has more resistance than last time. I thought it said 88 or 89. I don't think Jeffrey's support would change any of that. Obviously, unit resistance makes a difference, but distance seems to matter as well. Alright, 87%, come on. Thank you. Alright, how long will he be out? 5 turns? Oh man, that's a long time. Okay, cool. So nothing to worry about for bolting. Let's go. We're definitely not doubling these cats. I guess I'll do a little bit less damage because I need to get D rank on swords so that I can use a better sword. Also, if I do want to train him up, I actually need to save before he gets a level because he needs every single level to be a speed up. Do we just go hard right? Well, I know I wanted Ike to go up. Ike can double, just barely. Wow, this is a very fast sword master. But we are the true master here, I think. Sure. Yeah, skill usage. Giving Ike Aether definitely is going to help for potential duels. Okay. Let's send Z-Hark over here. I think he'll be okay. Although I'm a little bit worried about Killer Axe. This is 24 times 2 easy. That's 21 times 2, not quite enough, so Steel Blade it is. Oh, I gotta turn animations on, sorry. At least my combat display is up. Oh, it might be better just to send Astrid left after all. I mean, Mist could also deal with one, but then she's gonna get, well, she's got Shade and Miracle. I can also dance one more person. I just think like it's really important that we get this this double bow, so we got to be fairly quick over here. Should probably watch out for the big tiger. You think Shade will protect her? Let's put a save down. And let's see if we can get away with this. Sure. Stealing my weapon XP. I wanted 2 uses of it. Come on. Still, she is a very good counter for all these armor knights. Alright, do we go Tomahawk? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the guy we want to kill. That 17, that is a perfect kill. 24, 24 is enough, but 26, 26 with better hit rate. Yeah, let's do this one. Although I suppose Tomahawk guy is more likely to have thrown his axe at Jeffrey. I know Jeffrey's just showing off here again. Alright, I could have killed this guy, and I think the Tomahawk would have gone for the no counter rather than the counter. But maybe they would have seen a kill on Ilyana and been like, if we all attack her and hit her, we might be able to kill her, because her defense is pretty low. But we're going to find out if Shade does anything. You know, maybe. I'm not worried about Gatry. I don't think these guards actually move. I think they just defend their door. Fairly sure. Yeah, I think we send Astrid left. So I could have Mist kill, Kanto down, get danced. Elincia is not in any danger, right? No. 17 defense. She can take a hit if she needs to, because we trained her up so well. Okay, let's see what this looks like. We certainly don't want to risk killer edge crits. So I'd say this is a high priority, even if it puts Mist in a slightly more dangerous position. Now, if I do use Racing to move left and dance, okay, I had this thought. I wonder if I had equipped him with the Demi Band. I can't remember if he can even use it. Does he start promoted and then can 4-way dance on turn 1? Is that... I couldn't have the Night Ring and the Demi Band equipped at the same time. I wanted him to have the Night Ring, but maybe starting promoted is just better instead of waiting 5 turns. Maybe we don't need to rush over... We don't need to dance Mist. I could, do you think Reese could kill anything? 24 speed. He certainly doubles. 7 resistance. We need to do 22 damage per hit, so we need to do 29. Yeah, he's got enough magic. Should work. Alright. This will protect Mist. 24-24, easy peasy. feel like I'm committing pretty hard on the left side here, but also kind of gambling that Ilyana doesn't get focus fired. Alright, the Tiger can't hit anybody. Thief will almost certainly just run away anyway. He's gonna head up towards this door. I'm pretty confident. Yeah, this side is definitely on the weaker. The center should be fine. Maybe I want Reese here. And I want to keep Rayson out of range of this cat, at least, if I can help it. Let's see if this... Well, this should be enough. I'm pretty sure we mathed it out. I mean, yeah, actually, very easy. Good job. This is our first bishop use, really, of the game. I don't think he's attacked... I don't know. Maybe he attacked once by accident on counter, but... Yeah. It's very unlikely that you train Reese up like this, in my opinion. But if you do, he does turn into somewhat effective. I mean, I think I had to help him out with his speed a lot, but... I think his base and growths on speed are just really, really bad. Even though I think resistance and magic are pretty decent on him, getting fast enough and durable enough is still not guaranteed. Volk, I'm going to actually send you up this direction. Is that okay? He's a little bit lower on basic defense, but he also has shade, right? That means they don't attack him. That's totally how that works, right? Also, technically, I could have done it like this. Sure, this doesn't really matter, but that blocks the path. They can still hit Alencia, but they could have done that anyway. But now they can't get past and go behind us. And when I say hit her, I mean, 34% of the time. Oh yeah, brave weapon, by the way. So when she doubles, she actually quadruples. It's pretty cool. Alright, so they're ignoring Ilyana and going for Jeffrey. Nice. I never, ever fully trust Shade, but it does clearly work. Because I think, they could have done they definitely could have done some damage to Ilyana, whereas they did 0 damage to Jeffrey. So they, for whatever reason, they didn't notice her. She's just really sneaky. Maybe their visors are too thick. They can just... Jeffrey, they can hear, but Ilyana is just sneaking around summoning lightning bolts or something. Maybe they're scared of her, They're made of metal. She should have advantage on her shocking grasp. Very easy to hit him. Good, this guy came to Gatry too. That's good. That's free sword XP. The slow motion. We actually double? Wow. Good job, Gatry. Cats are coming. Oh, yeah, these guys decide to move. Okay, now Gatry's going to get a level. If he gets his speed up, he can cap his speed. I didn't save it. It's going to be on enemy phase, so... Oh, sure. So, Aether causes a soul attack and then a Luna attack. The Luna attack ignores half of the enemy defense, which is why the second hit did so well. Alright, well, let's... I'm not going to reload. If Gatry doesn't cap his speed, it's not the end of the world. But he needs to get his speed up, level up, which basically requires, oh, never mind. We can rig it. The rigging will continue. Okay. Well, that was a great first turn. That worked out really, really well. I don't think anything went wrong at all, other than I maybe could have kept Racing a little bit closer to the middle, because I always forget that Volk can push Ike. Ike's a pretty big boy, but Volk is actually very, very heavy for an assassin. I think that's the same as Boyd, actually. Yeah, never remember that the assassin is actually chunky. Sure, he's no Gatry, but Gatry would have been good for that shove as well. The super shove skill, whatever it's called, smite. All right. Anyway, I think Zihark, you got to get some kills anyway. You go for this thief. I don't want this thief to steal anything else. I want to kill him and get the double bow right now. Assuming we can kill him, that is. Actually, very easy. That's just a one-shot. Dang. Pfft, pathetic. I mean, they're just baby thieves. They didn't get to get promoted or anything. Also, show off crit. We haven't used Zehark much either, to be fair, on camera. So, I get to show him off a little bit here is nice. There you go. S-rank bow get. Unfortunately, there's not an S-rank of each weapon in this game. Otherwise, I would love to show them all off. But for whatever reason, they're kind of limited. That's not enough damage. That's also not enough damage. Is there any assistance coming? Probably not. Okay. Well, we can't kill him this turn. What are we looking at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, let's not get in range of the sword master with a... Was that a silver sword? Yeah, that's potentially a 28... Actually, against Astrid. 2 damage, crits to 6? Never mind. I thought I was going to be more of a hit. I'm just going to use the hand axe, so we counter. Because nothing she has is going to guaranteed kill him. Unless she gets a crit. Rigged. Ankylo cheating again, guys. I got a little button I press when I want to crit. I've got like some Let's Players have like soundboards to make weird sounds. I've just got a little button. It's like I need a crit. Bam, get a crit. All right, longsword. These 2 rogues we can leave alive for a little while. It's not the end of the world. They could open the door. And they could each steal a chest once, and then we can kill them as long as we can stay caught up with them, basically. Yeah, you're pretty dead. Blam. And a crit. Oh man, Ilyana. Well, if you're an Ilyana Stan, the good news is in Radiant Dawn, she's going to get a lot more use. And she's going to be really good because we're transferring a lot of stats over. I could kill one or whatever, but let's just move up. Jeffrey's going to head up this way. Seeing as we did crit kill, that means Mist can move up pretty safely. Oh yeah, she's got that savior for rescue. I always forget, but yeah, don't even need it. I think Reese moves back to the middle. Yeah, we already got a healer on the left. Well, I mean, we had a healer here too, technically. Alright, we've got 4 turns. That's lots of time. We could do a dance up to... You know, where Ike is standing. I could also open the door right now. That might draw the Brave Sword over. Let's, before I forget, let's get Gatry... Oh, I know... Well... Yeah, okay. The way I will do this is Ike's gonna kill the cat. Sorry, cat lovers. Or at least he's gonna try. 17, 20, 20. Perfect. Cat has decent defense. I mean, that's kind of the bonus of being Lagoos. Their transformation bonuses are pretty strong. Still, steel blades aren't that crazy. If I used the forged silver sword, Ike would be even more broken. Actually, he could use the Vague Caddy as well. He can use the S-rank sword now, so he's got lots of stuff going on. Okay, so Gatry goes for... Right, and this is the one I want to rig. So because I get to control it, let's make sure we get a speed point. I don't really care about anything else. I think he gets, what is it, 30% extra growth from the band, so his odds are actually pretty solid. Or the Night Ward, but I think he's got probably like 60% plus chance to get it. But that doesn't mean you get it. Here, I'll speed this up a little bit. Get some chipmunk music for a second. Come on, Gatry. Nice. Okay, that didn't take too long. He can't cap his HP either. He's closer than Boyd. He could get 59 max HP. That's not enough. Yeah, I gotta make sure I can kill the cat and the other armored knight here. Before I leave Rayson to die. Also, to be fair, Volk does need some XP, so... How are we looking here? Still no D rank. That's easy kill, though. I think Volk will be fine against the cat. It looks like such a puny little iron sword. When you've got these generals, I almost wish they'd had lances and axes. I think that's what generals had in the Game Boy Advance games. But those little swords just look so silly. Sword armor knights I've always been kind of a joke. All right. Anyway, we got another silver lance. That's cool. It just seems so small. It's not too bad in this version, like the map sprite, but the combat sprite just seems a little bit on the weak side. Yeah, I mean, obviously this is fine. I might give Volk the lethality thing just so he can do the silly crit kill, one shot insta death. It's really bad in Path of Radiance, and honestly, most of the time, the assassin mastery skill, the lethality thing, is honestly not very good. But we could try to. No, this guy will attack Astrid. That's fine. This guy could attack Elincia. 25 attack times 2. That's 8 times 2. That's not that bad. I mean, she could just put people to sleep as well, but... Yeah, if she attacks that door... Yeah, one of these cats could make it to her for sure, right? That's another 33 base. 33 is a lot. I don't think we want her to be in range of that guy. But I could let the, we could speed up the Brave Sword kill here. Here, we'll do it like this. Heal up. And we'll just stay here to lure the guy right to her. If Jeffrey was nearby, we could do some support stuff, but he's a little bit behind. Alright. Oh no, we might get crit. I mean, that's fair. I deserve to miss once. Once in a while. Alright, these guys heading towards the door. Oh, he didn't... I messed up. Oh well. Alright, we want to feed Zehark. Where possible, Zehark is the one getting the kills. And I want to conserve his iron swords just in case I need them for boss abuse. Depends on how much defense the boss has. I think it's not too bad. Alright, we took a tiny little bit of damage. I think Astrid just breaks the door. And... maybe... wait, how strong is the door? This is a 40 strength door. I don't think we can actually one-shot it. We're 1 damage shy. 25 plus 14, right? We could open it. Sure, whatever. Because you're never allowed to double a door. Doubling a door is illegal, by the way. In case you're wondering. But let's see what's behind the door. We're probably going to wake up a mage and regret it, but that's fine. We got a Thoron. Yeah, another bolting caster. I kind of had a feeling. Alright, I'm pretty confident we will be fine against everything, though. Astrid takes a little bit of damage, but only from the Silver Lance. And the Thoron might hurt. I think she'll be okay. We could try to put them to sleep. I don't know if we can get close enough, though. No. Also, this opened up. Okay, everything opened up. All this is activated, by the way. I thought there was another door here, but no. So opening any of the doors reveals everything in the background. So let's take a quick look. This is our boss. 24 defense. Droppable occult scroll. Technically stealable Brave Lance. Which we'll probably steal just for fun. Yeah, he's actually a lower level than the last boss. So grinding to 20 here is actually a little bit more difficult. But he has a heal tile, I'm pretty sure. So you can do it. Same HP. He also has a way of sometimes not dying. This helps if you're doing boss abuse a bit. A little bit more protection. Let me double check everything, right? So we've got Bolting, Thoron, Silver Lance with a key, couple ranged spears. We got, there's the Sleep Staff. There's the Silent Staff. I mean, again, you could steal those, maybe. I think I might try to put both of those to sleep with Elincia and Racing if I can pull that off. It might be possible. Anyway, those are important to remember. Got some regular armors with lances and swords. We've got a brave bow. Spear, claw. Okay, and then on the right side, a meteor mage. Again, theoretically, you could try to steal it, but tricky. And a bunch of animals, right? This is the Lagoo's room. Nothing too much to worry about. But what can happen over here is these thieves can each grab one chest. And that way we won't need to bring a thief over here, I guess. Yeah, okay. I think Jeffrey just goes for this guy. Can we get him? Ooh, hit rate and not enough attacks. Okay, never mind. Well, not with a javelin. Let's see if we can do it with a lance or something. Wow, max attack speed we can't double. Yeah, he's got 24 speed. Very few people can double him. I want to see what it looks like. Oh, wow, that's such... Elincia actually better than Jeffrey. Proof. That's crazy. She actually one-rounds him easily. Sure. You know what? Fine. I was gonna go try to use the sleep staff to put those. What am I trying to say? The enemy priests asleep. But that was just too good. Okay. Do we just break the door? Is there any reason to do that? I think I put Jeffrey here. With the javelin equipped. Actually, he didn't need the javelin equipped because they're going to use... They actually might just go for Elincia, to be honest. You know what? We can get in a support range of her. What does that give her? 7 hit percent? Sure. That also gives him 7 hit percent. That's not bad. Yeah, if the thieves open the door, the birds will be able to hit Elincia, so that's kind of what I was thinking. Okay, left side, right side, kind of done. Not ideal, but, you know. Do we just smash these doors? I think we open a door. Gatry moves in. Should be fine. Technically 50 gold. Is there anyone with range that's going to hit him there? Yeah. Oh, a longbow, sure. Alright, you get up there, buddy. That does block the path to Volk. Just wanted to double check. I'll go Javelin just to counter the bow. I guess I could have Ike smash the door on the left. Didn't really find anyone good to dance. I don't suppose Ike can one-shot the door. He would need a 14 damage weapon. We do not have one. Alright. I don't love it, but this is what we're doing. We're gonna magic the door a bit. And then we're gonna have Ike open it. And even though it's kind of redundant, and it might mean, you know, one of the cats goes for Ike instead, I don't think that's a huge problem. Splitting up the enemies, you know, whatever. Alright, this is bolting. So, 0 crit chance against Astrid. Good to notice. Only 13 magic damage if she was hit. So that's not too deadly against her. However, Ike stealing all that XP from Gatry. I mean, Ike wants to get to level 20 here, I suppose, but... Oh, Gatry, you get one too. What a nice cats! They split up perfectly. Thanks, guys. Actually did 1 damage? That's insane. Yeah, I'm pressing my crit button a lot today. Alright, we might have been able to crit kill with a better weapon, but you didn't know you were going to get a crit. And that was a crit as well, I think. Just a 0 damage crit. A 0 damage tink crit. Nice try, snipers. Snipers, no sniping. Alright, this is Thoron. Still 0 crit. Is Astrid, like, considerably lucky? Such a cool animation, though. I think you're dead there, sir. Astrid's so good. Ah, she's so good. She actually needs a bit of practice to get S rank on her bows. She levels up a little too quickly for weapon ranks. I thought about staying around on the last chapter and just grinding weapon ranks via boss abuse, but I decided I was not going to do that. Alright, the Armor Knights are going to take a couple turns to chunk through. Although Mist could certainly help. Man, 23% hit rate. That's... Maybe she's got really good bile rhythm today. Alright, they open the door. They go for Meteor. We dodge. Nice. The cats come out. This is actually not too bad. Although it would have been better to switch from the javelin to a melee weapon that had a better than 72% chance to hit. Jeffrey, you're even in support range of Valencia. I even set this up so you had a better hit rate. Should have equipped him with a steel weapon, steel sword, or steel lance. Steel, yeah, that's the one. Or like a forged lance that has a better hit rate. Be great. I mean, we're getting some damage in. It'll be okay. Oh, are the birds? Yeah, they are transformed. They're just perma-transformed. Get wrecked. Oh man, Elincia feels so good when you train her up. Look at all that damage. And she just heals herself. Like, she's honestly not bad at all. Okay, so I think next turn, this thief will grab something. I forget how they escape. It might just be going back down here. So, like, we really need to block this stair next turn. So we got to kill some birds right now. Left side, well, We didn't really take any damage. It would be nice to get rid of the bolting, but... Oh yeah, how lucky is Astrid? 21 luck? Okay, she's got a lot of anti-crit. That is true. There is a way, if we leave this guy alive, for Astrid to go straight to the bolting mage. Also, these guys haven't started putting him to sleep, so 7 range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's, if they don't move, that's the space. So I think if we go Mist, and then Z-Hark, and then Astrid, then we don't have to worry about any more bolting crits being annoying. So I think that's the play. Yeah, I think this should be fine. I'm pretty sure Z-Hark will be able to kill 1. It's already quite injured by Astrid. Is that a crit? Maybe. I haven't actually used the Sonic Sword very much, so I don't recognize all the animations. That's good for later. Yeah, this is fine, right? We can go for more damage if we want, but we don't even need it. This is just overkill. The best kind of kill. I don't like getting hit by 49%, but hey. Maybe he's got low biorhythm. It is very low. Hers was just average. Okay, but that gets us here. And if we stay on the left, we could just kill him and then Kanto left. Technically, we could probably kill this guy next turn as well. If we don't care about stealing. Yeah, you know, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not really in a huge rush, so. 2 hits. Easy peasy. Astrid. Delete. Actually, I should have used her bow. I'm trying to get her to S-rank bows. Not bad. Maybe I should check the range on the tiger. Can you come down? Almost. If I'd moved, you know, maybe I should have moved like to here, and then the tiger would have come at me. Or maybe that would activate everything inside anyway. I don't know. Now, if these guys shoot through the wall, 8 range still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we might be at the range of silence here. Then again, they won't cast that unless someone can be silenced, I think. So maybe we just try to avoid the sleep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, kind of the middle stair, and then diagonally down, and then right to the edge of the wall, I guess. Ike could go straight for this guy. We could yoink. Honestly, both of these aren't that bad. El Thunder I couldn't even buy, but physics are worth more if I want to sell them, I think. I would need a push to get in there, I think. We could set that up. Longbow. I think we slow things down a little bit this turn. That's not a kill. Dang. If I could use a steel sword, we could have killed him with a sword, but... I think we just stay out of range of the sleep staff this turn and try to clean up the rest of the zone. However, I don't know if Racing should go in there if I can't deal with this longbow. I mean, we could push him, dance. This guy's still going to be asleep, and then I could rescue. That's kind of silly, but I mean, you know. Is that... Oh, it's just an El Thunder. What if we dance Volk and he just kills this guy instead? He might get put to sleep. This is where having, like, Oscar or Kieran would be better, because they could you know, move in, kill, and Kanto down or something. Okay, Ike has a lot more resistance. I'd say it's less likely that he gets put to sleep. And I'm just gonna have him kill the archer. I gave up on the Elf Steel. It just doesn't matter. Even though I sort of wasted Reese's turn for it a little bit. We'll get some value because this does still let Ike get danced. Now, to be fair, they might not even be able to target us as long as the door is shut anyway. I'm not 100% sure. Sometimes Siege Totem targeting is a bit fiddly, right? Just like flying over big walls. You can't fly over everything for some reason. You know? Only certain types of terrain. Alright, and that gives us access to the chests in here. Alright, right side. That's all that's left. Left side, pretty much sorted. This guy's just going to throw a spear at Zehark. Well, maybe Astrid. This guy actually might try to hit us with Shine if he wants to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Never mind. I miscounted my steps there. Okay, so Astrid 100% should have been up or down by 1. Oops. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if Ike is in range then, because we've got 2 units in range. So we could kill 3 of these. Who's the most dangerous? 27, 27, 27, 25. They're all about the same. They're all same speed, approximately. We'll see if Ilyana can... I could shove that guy, but no. It's more important to kill these punks. Yeah, let's get rid of the bird first. Most mobility, maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's at full health, so there's that. Kazak. Hey, I told you we had to be close to S-rank lightning. Alright, almost dead. So the 2 on the left are easier to kill. Jeffrey kind of failed us to some degree here. Okay, I believe in him. What I'm trying to do here specifically is set up so that I've got 3 units at the minimum distance from the room above us, because I want to make sure we can hit that mage next turn. And also, we don't want to let this thief escape. So, yeah, we can do it like this. Perfect. I mean, super perfect, because she hit stub twice. Okay, so we're in range of 1 cat attack and 1 meteor attack on this right side, which shouldn't be that threatening. Famous last words, but I think 14 damage, even on a hit, a 35% chance is pretty low. Alright, they are going to chase towards Astrid. Interesting. They really don't like her. Seems we've poked the hornet's nest. Cat went for Elincia. Yep. However, this cat... Well, I did do 10 damage, you know. Not bad. Smack! 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 Smack him again! Smack him another time! Alright. So, I mean, a spear isn't even all that important, but... Don't let him get out of here. Okay, so... Another important detail. They didn't even try to put Astrid to sleep. Is this not... Oh, I did count it right. I counted 8 squares. This guy has an 8 square silence. This guy has a 7 square sleep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. However, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 should be in range, but this wall seems to block siege tomes. Now, I have a feeling once we open the door, it will stop blocking siege tomes, so, you know, if that matters to you, don't open the door. That probably means that I was never going to be able to use my tomes, or my staves to sleep these guys from outside. In this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So any spellcaster like Elincia or Ilyana can be silenced theoretically. I mean, what are their resistances? Pretty good at 24. Absolutely cracked at 28. I think... I don't think I can get... Okay, we have to do it like this. Ilyana has to go for the Meteor Mage. And then... I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, as long as someone can kill the Meteor Mage, and we have a Javelin or a Bow... Elincia... So I don't really want her to be here, because this blocks the tile that can hit the Thief. So let's see what that attack looks like. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's pretty safe, I think. Okay. If he steals the other chest, technically it would make it harder to get the spear. Not that the spear is even that good, but... Yeah. This was the plan. We let these guys rob just so we could kill them. Thus, saving us a chest key. Super important, I know. We did max out lightning magic, so I guess we switched to fire for funsies. I don't think I'm going to try to get to B rank fire, but in theory, you know, you could. No one can use the Bolganone tome, but that would take A rank, which would be another significant amount of grinding. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So she could try to silence Ilyana. I have a feeling that's not going to work. But, I mean, I could be wrong. Or... only 53. Aww. Do I throw a 50-50? It doesn't matter. You know what? I will try. Just for lols. Ha! I already used once, so might as well, right? Okay. I don't want to break this door. Unless I can disable the sleep staff. I don't want to open this door just yet. What do we got? Technically, I can get in there. But that's a lot for Astrid to solo. I don't think we do that. I think... 17% chance. Pretty low. Yeah, I think we go for a mist kill. Use her magic sword a little bit. Now that we're almost in the game, might as well get a couple more uses out of these. I did put a lot of effort to get Mist able to even use swords in the first place, so... I can't show them off at least once or twice. What's the point? And they are quite effective. I just wish, primarily, she didn't have to use swords. I wish Valkyrie was staff plus either light magic or wind magic or something. This tile is not safe from sleep. And Zihark is actually very low resistance. He's got the door key, but not the chest key. I could put him in here. This tile is safe from sleep. How's his HP? Slightly low. $15. Oh yeah, this cat is big boy cat. 18. Gatry has a... thought he got a chest key drop. Oh, maybe he didn't have enough space and it just went to the convoy? Or no, Ike is the one that got the chest key. Okay. Well, I said I'm not in a rush. I'm not a huge fan of where Mist is now in hindsight. Not much I can do about it. I think if Z-Hark is here and Astrid is here, does Z-Hark die? Yeah, this was not planned out quite well enough. Yeah, I'm just going to hit him with the steel axe for as much as we can. I thought about using the bow, but it's not going to kill him anyway, so... I'm not too worried about Astrid taking some hits. Yeah, the cat can make it to miss. Nothing I can really do, but that'll be the only one. Then we'll probably have 2 go on Z-Hark or something. Alright, well, didn't quite go the way I was hoping, but we'll see. Freelance. Volk, you will eventually open this door. I think, for now... I think I needed to send, like, 1 more unit to the left group. Well, to be fair, I didn't know the final room would go hard left on us, so there's a bit more going to the left than I was predicting. But we'll get Gatry in position and open up that door in the middle. Alright, big guy goes for Z-Hark. Pretty low odds and not that much damage. Sure. That blocks the road up. Nice. The other one, sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're safe. Just things didn't quite go according to plan, that's all. A nice kill. Good job, Z-Hark. I have a hard time really getting a lot of value from my Sword Masters, but, you know, when they're not dying, they're doing fine. Oh, they really went for Z-Hark. Wow. I mean, if all of these had hit, he was fine, right? So, the Tiger was definitely the scariest. Doesn't Z-Hark, he doesn't even want to kill Laguz. He's specifically anti-racism. Unfortunately, these ones are feral. I have to put him down. Oh, yeah. I didn't calculate that. Tigers can move a long way, by the way, guys. Good to remember. That's a good one. Elincia's regen, proving quite useful. Okay, left side, right side. Let's do right side. So, ideally, we would like to steal that. Pretty good. Kill Tiger if possible. Kill the killer if that's kind of mandatory, just to remove risk. And short spear is probably the least threat. So this guy is sleeping for a couple more turns. We don't have to worry about him. I think that was a good call. We might have got a little bit lucky that hit, but yeah, I think that was smart. Maybe we can use Ilyana here. I'm not too worried about one short spear attack. That's assuming someone can kill the tiger, though. Maybe we need Ilyana to kill the tiger. Yeah. Yeah, we kill the lance guy with a physical weapon. We use L-Fire to make sure the thing that does the most damage needs to die. So start with this. I mean, the killer weapon is dangerous too, but I don't think there was any world where Jeffrey was one-rounding a tiger. We technically have an Elincia backup if we need to, although I'd like her to get rid of the thief. So what is the best bet here? 89% times 2. Yeah, it's probably better than that. You could go into melee, but this is opening us up to a 0 damage crit. Very much opened up. 92% is actually barely any different. I'm just going to go with the 0 counters. It doesn't really matter. 89% with 2 RN. It can miss, but, you know, it's pretty safe, I think. 92 is not that different. Okay, we'll block the escape path just in case, but, yeah, you know what's going to happen here. So short spear guy, I guess technically we could kill him. And then the thief probably just tries to run down or something. It might try to go all the way back here. I don't know where it'll go, but... let's just get rid of the thief. So right side secure, and we got all the treasure. Sadly, the thief having a level 20 cap and generally low stats, she actually could hold that and use it, but send it back. Yeah. Turns out, at endgame stats, those thieves aren't too much of a threat. Now, over on the left side, do we open the door? We could actually dance and steal that sleep staff immediately. Ike has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ike can kill the brave bow guy. This one's still going to be asleep for a few turns. Maybe we... He's got 6 move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we could actually have Gatry attack and then get both of them danced. That gets us a steal. And then Ike could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess it doesn't really matter. If Gatry is even here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I think I still want Gatry to move up, because I'll dance him and he'll be up front. Okay, I think that's the play. Reese does need to get some leveling. We'll talk about boss abuse here shortly. We're almost done. Are there any reinforcements on this map? I totally forgot. No. So forgettable. Alright, yes. I could technically get Astrid to here to kill if we needed to, but as long as we steal the... Wait. Good, we have 1 inventory space there. We steal the sleep staff. Probably don't need to worry about the physics staff. Maybe I steal the silent staff. We just have to find some inventory space, but I can probably figure that out. Just drop something, I guess. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Everyone's inventory is very full, but... Okay, let's save, because I feel like this could go wrong, but... I don't really care if this kills or anything, but it might. I can secure the kill if we need it. I suppose the bishop might try to use magic on Gatry. I don't think that'll be too much danger. Alright. I'm gonna have Ike. Not sure where Ike's gonna go just yet. So let's dance and then Kanto back. I might need Ike to block the doorway or something just to protect Rayson and Reese. Probably. Because this gets rid of the more annoying thing. And Gatry could also just block the door, but they'll probably go after Volk if I do that. So would it be better to try to remove one of these from existence? Not a double, definitely a double. 25, we could definitely delete the Lance guy. I think that's worth it. How's Gatry's XP looking? Not a level, probably not a level up. Is this enough by any chance? Close. 1919, that's one off. Again, steel swords, just need a little bit more. The fact that our general is doubling is kind of insane. Imagine this Gatry with resolve. You might not have to imagine for too much longer. Toranio had resolve. It's not unique to generals, but it does work quite well on them. Alright, and then yeah, the tiger can come down, so we'll put Ike in range to block the door. That should be fine. Okay, that keeps the bird safe. Although I'm pretty sure he could take a hit, but still, that's a lot of damage. Alright, that does not leave a lot of attacking units in here. Maybe between the mage... 33 damage. Shine is just not strong enough. I don't think Volk is in too much danger. Let's make sure these guys are dead, though. I don't want any more potential attacks coming at him. So I would like Z-Hark to get another kill. And then other than that, it doesn't matter too much. I suppose the keys are on Mist. This guy's the weakest. That's 9 and 9. That should be fine. 9-9. Fine. Ow! We got hit by a 36%! Mean! Let's get Nephany up here. She doesn't get a clean kill, actually. I guess Armor Knights are just a little bit too tanky. 15. Well, I think it's better to get rid of them, so... Sure. I got one pseudo spellcaster, might as well use her. Besides, we've got a bolt axe, a flame lance, a rune sword. We got other magic weapons if we need them. If I Kanto here, although we could take out this bishop immediately. Instead, we could start opening these chests. Nice. So resolve. Pretty good. Are you... He didn't even move, so he's letting me counter? That's a new one. He could have just moved back a tile. I guess these bishops really don't like to move. Are their legs broken or something? Because the dagger is not a 1-2 range weapon until Radiant Dawn. Weird. I certainly wasn't expecting a suicide bishop, but lots of people that had no range counter, so AI is inscrutable. Okay. Do we care enough to steal a silence? And a bit physic, I guess. And a brave lance. 3 things we could be stealing. But we need inventory space. Bolginon. Mostly garbage. Unless you've got someone who can cast a rank fire. Lagoo's Axe. Mostly garbage, but you can sell it for a lot of money. So I want to hold on to the Iron Swords for training purposes. Maybe we don't need quite so many Iron Swords. We do... Okay, one of the things I could think about is... I'm trying to get Volk to level 20 here. Maybe we don't need that stiletto. It's kind of weird to just throw it away. Who is attackable? Oh, there's a cat hiding there. I didn't even see him. Hiding behind that wall. It's good thing I accidentally saw him there. That might be a level up here. 25, 25. Let me just in case, because in theory we're trying to get all those speed stats, right? I think we're gonna have more than enough lances to get Gatry to level 20. So maybe if I have like a iron lance I don't want, we could throw away a couple. Inventory, man. I really wish you had access to the convoy. It's such a handy thing. How much time do we have? 3 turns remain. Gonna have an almost dead sleep staff. I don't know if I thought the boss would be immune to it. It really doesn't even matter. It would be just kind of funny. Okay, I'm trying to set Ilinci up so that she can trade a weapon out of Volk. If I put this cat to sleep... Nah, it doesn't matter. Let's just go for the boss, just for a joke. Ah. Ah. Alright. We're gonna go to here. Can't steal your claws. If only. I should probably still do this attack, though. Yeah, because I need the XP on Volk eventually anyway, so this is fun. It's a fairly high level enemy, so we get 9 XP. Not great, but... Alright, but then the plan was... Gatry actually kills the tiger, and Volk should be able to do a little bit of inventory management here. This is our level up for sure, though. Should be safe. Chop. Wait, that was not a double? Math is hard. Well, the good news is we didn't get the stat I needed, so we're redoing that. Steel Lance it is. Oh, I probably didn't change the RNG. This will probably be the same level. Nope. Something changed. Changing weapons apparently also works. Okay, one more speed and that should get him to max. Cool, I think. Okay, so the idea here was trade. You get a new sleep staff, you're welcome. And we steal a silence. And I suppose because we get 10 XP, we really should be trying to get as much out of that as we can. I'll save. Well, she's just going to regenerate. But there is some healing XP we can get by not standing next to Rayson for free heals. And then that way Reese will have something to do for a couple turns. Because, yeah, we gotta work on the final... Is this the final grind? I don't know. Okay, so I do want to steal that physic. Even if all we do is throw one away. Which is funny, but yeah. This is still a net positive. There might have been a better weapon to throw away, but... And Gatry is 19. Zehark has some room to go. So yeah, Reese is going to be our dedicated... at this point, I'm just going to turn... Well, no. We should see the boss animation at least once. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a little bit of heal XP off camera. And just grinding in general. I also need an inventory slot for that Brave Lance. So we should set him up to change to the Spear. With someone like Gatry, honestly. And we do need to kill this guy for the XPs. Ike. Here you go. You want to regally kill him just in case? We're getting near to the end of the Regal Blade. This is kind of the last fight where it has any value. Would have been really good to get some of those Armor Knight rooms, like on the left side. Ike would have just slaughtered those guys. Okay, that was only worth 6 XP. Alright. So, in theory... all I really want to do right now is get people kind of grouped up. And... I want this guy to switch weapons. Which should be easy, basically trivial. Just make sure I don't have a counter weapon equipped for now. And maybe we can't shove Volk. Right, he's a big boy. Alright, this is kind of the last chance for easy boss abuse. This is the last one, really. There's another one on the next chapter you could use, but it's not as easy. Lower defense and stuff. If not for a whim of His Majesty, I would not be facing you here. For a warrior, meeting a powerful foe is a joy above all others, and for this, I give thanks to the king. Now, let us enjoy the gift we have been given. Thank you for your gift. Because what I really care about is getting paid. And we get paid by your cool Brave Lance. Alright, Reese is growing up a little bit. A tiny little bit. Yeah, I wish I could just kill this guy and go straight to the duel with you guys, but this is really the last boss tile that has any really good grind and accessibility. And I really want to get Volk. And I mean, Gatry's basically there. And Zehark. But I don't really want to record every second of this. It's going to take a while. Right. I need one more inventory space. What do we think is the least useful weapon we're carrying around? Can't drop the Regal Swords. Should have dropped that physic. We probably have more heal staves than we actually need. So I think I'll drop... I know I can always buy them. So, yeah, I'll drop that. Well, technically I will trade that. So that Volt can drop and steal. Brave Lance. Almost gets him another level. Which means we should actually steal the Occult Scroll for XP as well. Might as well. So I don't want... I don't want to waste any healing. It's actually kind of going to be... It's going to be a little tricky to get Reese to max level on this one. This is why I wanted to bring him a couple tombs to attack. Because there's not going to be a lot of level up HP or just damage to heal. Like, everyone's at full already, so there's not much left. Oh, I missed a chest, by the way. I'll send Volk for it after we steal that. I forgot about that. We also need him to break his weapon, so Gatry is just the perfect weapon breaker. He doesn't dodge very much, and he takes literally no damage from almost anything in the game at 32 defense. Fairly crazy, and with the right support, you could get even more defense, like +2 or 3 as well. So I think you might be able to get him to like 34, 35 base defense, which is just absolutely insane. This is a level up, but I'm not too worried about his stats. So we did manage to get 1 full level, I think, just from stealing. Volk didn't do very much combat. So I'm very confident we've got enough dagger usage. He's got 27 attack. The boss has 24. That's pretty easy to set up. Okay, what else should I show off before I cut the episode? Because I think I'm going to just end our episode... How do I want to even do it today? I mean, I need to make a cut no matter what. Maybe this time it's not going to be a super long one. So maybe I'll just join the 2 sections of the video together. So I'll show off the boss a little bit more. But I'll actually just record killing him after a small grind. There's not too much left. Hey, there's another physics staff. Don't have to throw that one away. So yeah, basically, we've got a boss that has 12 uses of spear. Technically, we could just break that on Gatry. We could also have Volk grind up there. The real question is, of course, how does Zehark fare? Because this is what I really need to do to grind up. And there is a crit chance back, so it is better to wait till the spear's broken. So, you know, what I tend to do with these, because this is the last one, I speed things up a fair bit. I do use a fair number of save states, because, you know, we don't want to ruin things. And this does give us a way for Reese to do some healing as well by basically trying to take damage on the counters. So we tend to do a bunch of stuff like this. The boss regenerates, and we just set up a way where we can do some damage, but no risk of killing him, basically. I think Volk will be very easy to train. Gatry really only needs the 1 level up, so that won't take very long. And then Zehark will be the one. Zehark and Reese are going to be the slightly tricky ones. Generally, I don't double attack, because we already out DPS him, his healing. We do 9 damage per hit, so we can't even just attack him every turn, or else he will die too quickly. So yeah, this is it. I'm gonna put a cut here. I'll see you guys back in a minute after I finish leveling up my party, and I think that's the end of the grind. We'll probably let Ike get the kill. That should level him up, and that should be that. All right, see you guys in a second. And hello again there, tubers. A second for you, hopefully. Maybe a few minutes for me. Definitely some number of turns have gone by. I really didn't try to do too much. Sadly, our boy Reese here ran out of XP to gain. I can maybe get a little bit more by setting him up a kill, but we're not going to get to 2020 just yet. Sorry, Reese is going to have to get deployed again. But Z-Hark here, no problem, not even a trouble. Tons of swords to spare. Gatry, of course, absolutely nothing to worry about. And was there anyone else that was trained up? Oh, Volk, yeah, that was easy too. So that's that. We're gonna just wrap up this fight. You honestly didn't really miss anything super interesting. Just wish I brought another. If I brought one more light magic tome of any variety, I think we would have been good. But anyway, it's all good. We've been beating up on this half-head guy for long enough. Let's put him out of his misery. Ike, you're gonna set him up. Actually, 7-7. I think that's enough. 13. I mean, that is exactly enough, right? That's more than exactly. It's certainly, we could miss one and it's still enough. Yeah. All right, Halfed. Half the man you used to be. Is the Black Knight here? Yes. Step aside. I have business. It would seem you and the Sir Knight have some connection. My curiosity knows no bounds, but you must vanquish me first. Very well. We shall vanquish you. Not quite level 20 Ike. Gotta defeat the Black Knight for that. There's no stats left on Reese that I care about, so let's just blast him. You're not gonna miss twice, right? So one thing about light, or any magic, is even on a miss, it consumes a use of the tome. So they do burn through them faster than axes and stuff that can, you know, retain some utility on hand axe tosses. It appears this is the good death sounds there, I think. Ooh, almost made it. Level 19 at least. I mean, that's honestly a pretty good level up for someone with mostly max stats. Sure. Good for you, Reese. Okay. Maybe I actually ended up having Rayson do his free healing. I may have actually been able to get 10 more heal staff uses if I'd been a little bit carefuler. But, oh well. It is fine. This is a Seas map, so gotta wait a turn here. Surely no bonus XP, but technically we might be able to get enough BXP on the next map to level Reese up without bringing him. I'll think about it. I don't really want to bring him on the final chapter if I can avoid it. He just doesn't really bring much. And I have much, much better units at this point. Anyway, let's see what happens if we arrive. The one I seek is behind these doors. Do not follow me. I'm going in alone. Ike, wait, I want to go with you. No, Soren. We have to let him go alone. The Black Knight is his. Defeating him is a crucial step Ike must take in order to truly get over the death of his father. Idiocy, I'll hear no more of this naive nonsense. Look, Soren, unless you've got magic that can pierce magic armor, it's not going to even matter. Stay away. You're just going to get killed. What if something happens to him? What then? I think Ike has gained the composure to keep calm and judge whether he can match his opponent. If, in fact, he can't, it means he's reached his potential, full potential, and that's all there is. We just have to accept it. But I believe in Ike. I trust him. His life is not his alone. I don't believe he's so irresponsible as to leave his companions behind by choosing to engage in a contest he cannot win. Please, Soren, you must feel the same. I just don't like it. Sometimes bravery isn't good enough. I'm a computer and I don't trust your instincts. Commander Grail, watch your son, please. Alright, 1v1 time. Been hyping this up for ages. Oh yeah, Ina's here, by the way. Why did you return to Crimea? You had the perfect opportunity to escape. I'm going to the capital. No, you are not. The king has ordered me to put an end to you. I thought as much. So be it, I'm prepared. Will you not resist? I do not believe I could prevail against your power. How extremely frank. My only wish was to be beside the one I love. If this is not to be, then it matters not what happens. As my last act of compassion, I shall make your end a swift and merciful one. Do you have any final words? If you see Nasir, tell him that I'm sorry. If I have the opportunity, I will do so. Rest in peace. As I cut you in half. Oh, my love. How dare you kill her? I was trying to kill her. And then Nasir stopped me from killing her. And now she's over here. Face me, Black Knight. Heh. I've been waiting for you, child. My sword's bigger than yours still. Did you just kill that girl? Despite my promise, the blow was not clean. She breathed still. I have failed. I'll take her then. You'll have to do so by force. You brought the sacred sword Ragnell, did you not? It's right here. If using it is the only condition I need to defeat you, I will not hesitate. Oh, you might just hold on to this sword anyway. It's kind of important, and it's a bit weird that the Black Knight literally just let you have it. Gave it to your father. There might be some things going on. It appears you've grown smarter. Good, good. There's no challenge killing a fool. Shall we begin? Brother! Mist, didn't I tell everyone to stay back, including you? No, I'm gonna fight. I won't let you kill my brother. Miss? Gawain's daughter, huh? Good. Now I can pull out the entire family tree root by the root. You're not to interfere, miss. This craven wretch is mine. Do as you will. This time, we begin in earnest. So if you didn't train Mist up, she's a liability. However, she's not really a liability here. And the Night Ring is kind of cool. I moved it over to her for a bit for this fight. And yeah, I did bring a couple elixirs and... Oh look! We've got the Ragnell finally. A sword consecrated to oppose the Alandi. Only Ike can wield it. And it is infinite use. Range 1, 2, 18 might. It is better than literally every other sword in the game, I think. Unless you want crit. Yeah, it's not really a competition. Our Ike is so overpowered, this should be relatively chill. But, you know, the Black Knight is no joke. His sword is about equivalent. So don't expect to have a edge on the weaponry. He also has better strength and skill and defense. So all of those things are going for him. However, he does not have Aether. And Aether is better than Luna plus Renewal by a significant margin. And we have a healer should we desire it. He doesn't have an elixir. So really all you need to do is bring a couple elixirs and have good stats. We can stay zoomed in here. I'm curious if we can pull one of these off. I just think it would be funny. You can't physically harm him, of course. 61, is it? What's the best we can do here? 63%. Come on. Ah! Alright, get out of the way. So you can run. If you want to go to the yellow line, you can just back out. If you don't think your stats can pull it off, just get out of here. Alright, let's look at what we got. We will take... Math. 19 damage. And we can deal 9. We're not doubled. We do not doubled. There is no crits. He has a better hit rate than us, but we have a better skill. We basically rely on Aether activating. But because we have more than double the damage he can deal, we can attack. You could also just end turn here and let him start. But I would rather attack, get hit, counterattack, and then use an elixir than letting him open up, basically. So, that's the play, I think. Let's do it! What an odd fate. This will be the third time I've defeated you. The first was in the forest of Gallia, the second at Delbray in Crimea. We've met twice, I've lost twice, but this time will be different. Oh? My sword fighting skills were given to me by my father. If I stay true to them, I cannot lose. Also, a random man that we found in the desert taught me some tricks. Did you never think that using your father's technique on the man who killed him would be futile? Yes, that's why I got trained by Stefan in the art of Aether. My father robbed himself of using his stronger arm. If he had, he would not have lost the likes of you. It is true, he did nerf himself. Grail was too strong. Ha! You think so? Let us test your stronger arm, then. Come, son of Gwaine, show me your strength. Show me what you got. Alright, we hit. We dodge. Good start. And that's all it takes to get to level 12. I mean, we might need that hit point. You never know. Okay. Bring it, Black Knight. So he's always going to regenerate 6 HP per turn. We really need skill activations for this to have any chance. That is the wrong skill activation. Fair point. If he activates Luna, he could have killed me if we hadn't dodged. So we're off to a great start. I already could have lost. Yeah, definitely. So we're just a hit and a Luna from death at any point. Great. So we probably shouldn't have attacked after all. I'm gonna keep at it. We got 2 more tries of sleep. Come on, it's 61%. We should get him on one of these. Unless he has some sort of hidden flag that makes him immune, but... Alright, well, this slows things down. We're not off to a great start. Yeah. The Luna activation and us not getting an Aether activation is pretty bad. Come on, Ike. Alright. Another net poor round. Alright, some reinforcements show up. Protect the Black Knight! Do not interfere. This man is my prey. Right, let's kill that girl. Get out of here, Mist. No, I can't. I won't run away. Alright, so we are in... We can survive a Luna? No, we would die to a Luna. That's right. By the way, Ragnar gives you a secret +5 defense. That's one of the reasons we're still alive at all. Alright, one more try. This is the last one, and then we switch to having Mist just heal us. Come on, 61%. You can do it! He's probably immune. It's just... I wanted to try. It would have been funny, you know? Alright. Next turn, we'll just start using Mist to heal. That's fine. Not off to a great opening. I don't remember reading anything about the Black Knight being actually immune to sleep, but... We could have just been unlucky. Please, Ike, thank you. He still dodged the first one. The first one was the Soul, where we would have healed ourselves. I'm glad the second hit in, connected for the Luna Strike, but yeah, it's still pretty annoying. Alright, heal. Could use the Physics Staff, but... I mean, I got that Night Ring, so it's pretty easy to move around. You think Mist will be okay? Let's let her fight one at a time, just in case. Can't really attack. Now that I know one Luna plus a normal hit is a death sentence. Yeah, Mist is fine, I think. She needs some crazy bad luck to lose this fight. I thought about giving her the Rune Sword for this one, but we can save it for the end. She shouldn't need it. Alright, Ike. You could finish it right now. Ugh, brutal. So that's double Luna. We got our Aether. Okay, that's pretty good. We got him. Nice. So we got two activations. You've grown stronger. I commend you. Okay, but that's how it usually goes if you've got enough stats. Eventually you get a couple Aethers and he dies. Whew, that was still pretty tough. The Black Knight has fallen. How could this be? Don't think you're getting out of here. Activate the trap. What the? Ike, this castle's collapsing. Get out. You get out. I'm here to save this girl that I was going to kill earlier, but it's complicated. Nasir? So if you run away, the scene is very different, and you get a different unit for the next chapter, or the final chapter. You might be able to guess who's who, but yeah. Basically, if you run away, things go a little different. Mist, we gotta get out of here. She's got Savior. She's really good at carrying people. You grab the girl. You might be able to pick up Ina. I guess Nasir wants to anyway. Sorry, random soldiers. You're gonna get crushed by a collapsing, standard boss support pillar. When you defeat the boss, the entire building collapses. It's an old H.C. Bailey joke, I think. I can't remember the exact term, but yeah, you can't beat the Black Knight or this whole building crashes down. He was part of the engineering. And that's that. Oh, we got some flicker up there, I see. Turn that off. Blam. Finally, Father, I stopped him, Father. Brother, thank goodness I'm so happy you're alive. By the way, if you don't have Aether on Ike, it's very hard to win that fight. There might be some other skill combos that can do it, but the Occult Scroll to teach you Aether is the sort of standard method. You also need good stats, of course, and, an Elixir helps a lot. But you don't really need Mist. We didn't really use her to help much, anyway. Brother, I'm so glad you're alive. I did it. I know. Even now, though, I'm not as good as Father was. There's no way I could ever defeat him. Defeating the Black Knight was my way. I want to show him how strong Father really was. I know, Ike. Our father, the best in the world, great man. Yeah, Dad was great, and so was Mom. And so are you, bro. I love you. I'm so proud of my wonderful family. Ike, Miss, you did it. Yeah, I guess I had you guys a little worried, but it's all good. Don't say anything, I understand. Let's get back to the others. I think I need a little nap. My back hurts. Yeah, let's go. We did get Luna hit twice. It's pretty rough. That's a defense having ability. How's she doing? She's gonna be alright. She's sleeping. And Nasir, oh, that's Ina, yeah. And Nasir, he's with her. He's been taking care of her the entire time. Interesting. He was supposed to be our prisoner. Nasir, explain yourself. Ike, I'm sorry for escaping and causing some problems, possibly releasing the Dark God upon this world. Yeah, maybe we should explain all that. When we arrived in Crimea, I sensed Ina. I had to go look for her. You saved her, didn't you? I don't know how to thank you. I'm not worried about it. I just want you to talk to me. What's your connection with her? She is my only granddaughter. So, I suppose there's some justification with him trying to help her. Your granddaughter, but you don't look... What? It may be difficult for you, Bjork, to believe, but we of the Dragon Tribe live for a very, very long time. When we reach a certain maturity, we stop showing almost all signs of further aging. For example, do you remember Prince Kurthnaga, whom you met in Goldoa? Yeah, he was a nice kid. Funny how you weren't around for that interaction. The prince is the youngest in all of Goldoa. Yet, for all his apparent youth, he's at least 100 years old. 100? Ike. Yo. Why did you save Ina? She was your foe, after all. Well, you were willing to put yourself in danger, too. I assume she must be dear to you. You did that for a dirty traitor? Under the guise of providing information to Gallia, I gave the same information to Dane. I also took Miss Medallion and gave it to King Ashnard, and even so, you did help us many times. If there's a reason for all this, would you tell me? I'd like to know. I cannot yet. That's not the answer I need, Nasir. Please, I want you to believe me. I'm not your enemy. King Dane had Ina with him. For her sake, there was nothing else I could do. I had to try to help her. Tell me, are you willing to display your loyalty then? What do you mean? Ashnard is in the Crimean capital. If we hope to defeat him, it would help to have the cooperation of one who's been close. If you're not our enemy, then prove it by aiding us. Oh, alright. On the strength of your belief in me, I swear, I will not betray you again. There's one other thing I need to hear. How much do you know about that medallion? Did you realize what it was when you gave it to Ashnard? I'm fairly sure I know more about it than you. I can't go into details, but merely gaining possession of the idol does not allow the King Dane to release the Dark God. The reason is, the only one who can sing the Galder of release is a girl named Altina. Yes, I too investigated Palmini Temple. Yet, King Dane doesn't know that, and he's kidnapped Leanne. Based on what happened in the past, who knows what he may do. Earlier, I was able to briefly speak with Ina. It sounded like she knew where the Heron Princess is being held. When she awakes, we'll ask her. And that, as they say, is that. So yeah, that's it's not a exactly scripted battle, but it is definitely a stat check against the Black Knight. If you're not, I'd say for the most part, if you're playing blind, you pretty much always have to run away. Unless you have Ike with a couple elixirs or a trained up Mist, which I don't think a lot of people train Mist up on their first playthrough. She's just very fragile, and you don't even know she gets a horse until you promote her. So if you never even get her promoted, she just seems like a worse Reese. But yeah, that's it. That worked out pretty well. Although the first couple turns were a bit spicy, but it would have been really funny if we could have put him to sleep. You let me know in the comments if you've ever successfully done it. I thought about save scumming it and trying it a few times, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's immune. But it would be funny. You know, I don't know if there's any other status staves we could have tried. Silence wouldn't do anything, but sleep would be cool. I mean, you could rescue Ike, but that wouldn't do much. I guess you could. It's probably still better for just to give a physic staff to Mist and just have her physic Ike every turn or something. But we could have attacked a little bit more regularly like that. Anyway, that is all for today's episode. The stitched together one here. We're off to chapter 28, and I will probably show off some stats and stuff. But 28 is not the final chapter. This is the second to last. So we have one more chance if you're playing along to get units to level 20 before the final chapter. I mean, you can get to 20 in the final chapter, but you know, it's tricky. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.